Hey everyone, welcome to Revolution at Home. I am your coach Eric for today's essentials class where we tackle everything exercise-wise that is essential for people with neurological conditions to live stronger every day. Feel free to check out some of our other videos that discuss a lot of variety of different topics, including stretching, range of motion, core strengthening, cardiovascular conditioning, posture, balance, ankle mobility and strength. So we have a lot of different things out there really just designed to help people live and feel and move better each and every day. Today's class is going to be all about seated strength exercises, specifically using a resistance band. So most of us now in the age of COVID, hopefully post-COVID soon, have some sort of resistance band at home if you've been exercising at home. This can be a TheraBand. It can be a band with handles on it. This one just happens to not have handles. It has like carabiners on each side, so you could attach handles. But anything with some elastic resistance is going to be just fine. Make sure your band is not too old. Always important to make sure that you have no nicks or tears in that band or in that TheraBand. Good idea is not to keep these out in the light, in the sunlight, because that does break them down a little bit more. And the last thing you want to do with any of these exercises is pull a little bit too hard and that band goes snaps on you. So let's get started first. We're actually going to put that band down to your side. We're going to start with just a little bit of a warm up. So everything that we're going to be doing today is going to be strength based. And before we do any kind of strength, we just want to make sure we have as much active range of motion and mobility as we can in all of those joints. Most of what we do today is going to be all upper body work, but we are going to be doing some lower body as well. So let's start seated up nice and tall in your chair with your feet about shoulder width apart. And we're going to be first with your arms at your side. I want you to reach those arms back behind you as much as you can. I have a wall behind me, and if you can reach back and touch a wall, so if you have your chair maybe about 6 inches away from that wall, that's a good way to kind of tell how far you're getting back. And that's going to come in handy with one of our exercises with the band very soon. So you're going to reach back, touch that wall, and then you're going to drive those arms up nice and high all the way up toward the ceiling. And as you can see, my eyes are following my hands as they go up. That helps lift my posture up a little bit taller. Let's push those hands all the way back to that wall behind you again, and all the way back up, nice and tall. As you lift up, I want you to elevate up through your torso, up through your chest. And the higher those arms go, the more tense and the more tension you have in that belly button. You're kind of squeezing those abdominals in as you reach up. Let's do this one more time, all the way back. Okay, if you don't have a wall there, you don't need to reach for that wall, but try as best you can. And we're going all the way up. Nice and big, nice and tall. Zip that belly button up and in. And don't forget to breathe. That's important with all of these movements that we do today. Let's get those legs nice and wide in that chair, okay? What I want you to do is reach all the way down toward the floor. If that's too tough on your lower back, don't feel the need to reach all the way down toward the floor. You can just kind of reach out in front, okay? But try to reach down to the floor if you can, like you'd be tying your shoes. You might feel a little stretch on the inner thighs, maybe in that lower back a little bit, and then open those arms up out to the side this time, okay? So have those arms opened up nice and big. Maybe rotate those hands open. We're going to be using the shoulders a lot today. So we want to make sure that when you open up the palms, that helps open up your chest and some of those muscles on the front side of your shoulder. All right, one more time, all the way down toward the floor. Tuck that chin down. You might feel that a little bit more in that low back. And then open up, nice and big. Palms are up, thumbs are back. Very good. One more little warm-up stretch here. We're going to take your right hand, reach it down toward the floor. Your left hand is going to reach up toward the ceiling. What do you feel there? Okay, we should feel a nice little active range of motion, a little stretch through the backside of whatever arm is reaching up. That's where you should be feeling that stretch. Okay, let's switch sides. I'm going to take my left hand down, right hand reaches up. Again, eyes follow the hand. That helps get a little more active range of motion in these movements, but it also helps create more mobility through your cervical spine. So looking over your shoulder if you're driving a car, that's hard to do, okay? Getting more active range of motion in your neck, really, really important. Let's reach down with the right, up with the left. Especially these days when we've all had a little bit more stress on our minds, what we tend to do is shrug those shoulders up, right? Or if you use a walker or a cane or a wheelchair, we use these muscles up here a lot. All of the exercises that we do today should help strengthen the muscles on the back side of the shoulder, which should help improve your shoulder health. But also for the posture, it's really important to stretch them out, and doing anything for that range of motion of your neck is going to help relax these muscles right through here, where we hold a lot of stress. One more time, left hand down, right hand goes up, nice and tall. This is not going to be a very long workout for today. Should be the strength portion should be maybe 15 minutes. We're going to go through a series of exercises, 2 rounds, okay, anywhere between 10 to 15 repetitions on each one. All right, so let's get we're all warmed up. Let's grab our band, okay, and we'll get started with the first one here. So again, we're going to be using the muscles of the chest, but primarily I want you guys to be using the muscles on the back side of your body. So the back side of your shoulders, your triceps, your lats, your shoulder blades. Okay, the lats attach back by those shoulder blades. That helps improve our posture. Okay, also, like I mentioned before, helps prevent injury. That's the name of the game for today. All right, so when you're using the band, the wider you grip that band, the easier it's going to be. And all these bands have different strengths. So make sure you have, if you have a variety of them, pick one or have a variety of them around here so you can kind of adjust if you need to. The big thing is I want you to feel like you're being challenged. You should feel a burn in these muscles. These bands are really, really great at increasing what we call time under tension, which helps improve muscular strength and endurance. We want to optimize that. We don't want to be compensating by not getting full range of motion. So make sure either you have a variety of bands or you're familiar with how to adjust that band as we go through these different movements. So again, the wider your grip on that band, the less resistance you're going to have. Okay, it's going to be pretty elastic. The tighter that grip, okay, the harder it's going to be to move. So you might not be able to get into that full range of motion for pulling those arms out to the side. Okay, so make sure you can achieve 1, full range of motion, but then 2, enough resistance so you feel like you're being challenged. All right. So that's a quick tutorial on the band. Our first exercise is going to be what we call bow and arrow. So you want about a shoulder width grip on that band. Okay, one arm is going to stay out to the front, and the other arm is going to pull back to your side, right into your armpit. I always say thumb to armpit. You want to squeeze and pinch that shoulder blade together. You're going to come back out, extend that arm all the way out, and then pull the other arm back. All right, I'm going to turn to the side so you guys can kind of see my side profile a little bit more. We're going to go for a total of 20 of these. Okay, what I want you all to try to do is keep those arms extended. Try not to let them drop down. Keep them right at shoulder height. If you do boxing, you want to keep those hands right above the chin, right? We want to keep those hands right there on this one as well. All right, 20 of these all together. Here we go. 1 and forward. 2 and forward. 3, forward. 4, try to keep my tempo, keep my cadence. 5, we don't want to go too fast. 6 and forward. 7, big pull back, forward. 8, forward. 9, forward. 10, forward, halfway. 11, forward. 12, and forward. 13, 14, 15. Hopefully they're burning a little bit now. That's good. 16, 17, 18. I want you to hold this back on this one. Hold it. This is number 19. Hold and squeeze. Pull that elbow a little bit tighter to your body, a little bit in. Good. That's 19. One more. Pull that arm back. Tuck that elbow in. Squeeze and pinch that shoulder blade back on that right side. And that's 20. Very nice. Roll those shoulders out a little bit. Okay. This next one. So where did you feel that? Okay. Should feel on the back side of the arm here. Maybe a little bit on the front side of the shoulder from that arm that's holding out in front of you. That's totally normal and just fine. Couple different options for this next one. Now we're going to work a little bit more on the tricep muscle. When you're throwing a punch or you're reaching for something, that muscle is really, really important, right? So we want to always make sure we try to get as much full range of motion as possible. If you're recovering from a stroke or you have some pain in your shoulders, the lower the arms are, the easier any of these exercises are going to be. The higher you raise them up, the harder they're going to be, okay? If you have any shoulder discomfort and it hurts to raise those hands up above the head, don't do that. Really keep them right up front. This exercise is one of those exercises that I don't want you to be reaching over or through. I never want you to exercise through pain, but keep those arms and pay attention to what you need to focus on and what is difficult for you. So this next one is going to be, ideally, we want both arms up, and we want that band maybe a little bit wider on that grip. So a little more elasticity in that band for this exercise. So one arm ideally is going to be reaching up, right up above the head. So I'm going to keep my right arm up and I'm pulling my left leg down, my left arm down to the side. Okay, I'm coming all the way back up and pulling all the way down and back behind me. Okay, so we're going all the way up and all the way down. If that is hard for you to do, you can lower that arm down here. You can do the same thing, same exercise, just a lower anchoring point. Okay. All right, we got 10 on this side. I'm holding my right hand up. I'm pulling with my left and down. That's 1. Down and 2. As you pull down, pull that shoulder blade and that shoulder down toward the floor. That's 3. Down. That's 4. Down and 5. Down and 6. Check that upper arm. Okay, and 7, make sure it's up as high as you can go without pain. If it's hard, that's okay. Hard is good. That's 9, 1 more, and 10. Good. So as you notice, a lot of these motions, it's a lot of muscular endurance. You're holding with one, stabilizing with one arm, and having to pull with the other. Really important things to do. All the time, we have to stabilize our bodies. As you're pushing up off the floor, okay, out of bed, it requires a lot of strength and stability. We got to have that, and holding these positions is going to help you with that. Reaching both arms up, right arm pulls down. Here we go, and down. That's 1. All the way back up, down, and 2. Down, 3. Down, 4. Down, 5. Down, that's 6. Down, 7. Down, 8. Down, 9. Down, and 10. Very nice. Roll those shoulders out. Okay, relax those hands a little bit. You can relax that band right on top of your legs here. That's where we're going to need it for the next one. Okay. Stretch those hands out a little bit. Sometimes they get a little tight holding onto the band. So this next one is going to be more of a hip exercise. Okay, so if you don't have great function over the legs or they're weak, if you think they're weak, okay, we're good. This exercise is meant to strengthen the lateral side of your hips. So if you even don't have that much range of motion, that's fine. If you have a ton of range of motion, that's great too. Okay, we're just working to build whatever strength you can. If some of these arm exercises are hard as well, just do what you can, get as much range of motion as possible. If it's hard enough just to extend that arm out without a band, do that too. That's great. Now let's wrap that band. So you're going to relax the band on the top of your legs here with even straps on both sides. I find this to be the easiest way to set up this movement here, but you're going to wrap one band under your leg, and you're going to grab that. You're going to take the other end and pull it around. So it's creating tension on that band. However you need to do that, go for it. We want some tension in that band. What we're going to do is a step out to the side and back in. Step out and in. We're going side to side. Try not to drag that foot. Okay, lift it up, step out, and bring it back to the middle. Okay, we're going to alternate from right to left. Keep that posture up nice and tall. Make sure you're not sitting back in that chair. Sit up nice and tall. Use those abdominal muscles. Okay, this exercise, what does it help you with? Getting in and out of the car, right? Getting in and out of bed. We always got to swing that leg over a threshold, over off the side of the bed. We need these muscles in the lateral side of your hips to do that. All right, 20 of them, all in a row. Postures up, nice and tall. I'm going with my left first. Here we go. 1 and in. 2 and in. 3 in, 4, in, 5, in, 6, in, 7, in, 8, in, 9, in, 10, in, 11, and in, 12, in, 13, in, 14, in, 15, in, 5 more, here we go, 16, in, lift up a little higher, 17, and in, 18, in, 19, in, and 20, back in. As you may notice, one side may have been a little bit harder than the other. Okay, you may notice the same thing with your arms. Okay, but it's important to know what those differences are. It might be harder to take it out than it is to pull it back in. The one thing when you're going back in from that position, don't let that band just snap it back in. Control that motion. Use all those muscles in your hips. All right, let's take that band back out in your hands. We want about that shoulder width grip with our position there. I'm going to kind of wrap the other ends of the band in, and my hands are not flopping around all over the place. What we want here is a straight pull out all the way to the chest. Again, if that's hard on your shoulders, you hear a little crickling and crackling in the shoulder. You can always lower those arms down, like right around your belly button. Okay, straight out to the front. Pull back. I want to pinch and squeeze my shoulder blades. Pull that band against your body as you pull back. All right, we got 10 of these. Here we go, all the way up to the front. Those arms start and finish nice and straight. And pull. 1 and back. 2 and back. Keep my cadence. 3, hold it there and back. 4 and back. 5 and back. 6 and back. 7, hold it, hold it. You should be burning. Squeeze and pinch those shoulder blades. And back. 8 and back. 9 and back. 10 and back. We're not quite done yet. Keep those arms extended, all right? I call these little bus drivers. Pretend like you got a big wheel, okay, a big bus wheel. And what we're going to do is keeping tension on that band, keep it pull slightly out. You're going to take one hand over the other and then switch and rotate, okay? One hand over the other, never losing tension on that resistance band, okay? No loose noodles here, okay? Keep that posture up nice and tall, one hand over the other. If that bothers someone on the shoulders, lower them down, okay? Lower those hands down, get your legs a little wider, okay? And just rotate from here. Okay, we have 5 more rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice job. Nice work. All right, we're going to go through these one more time, okay? One more quick time. We know what the exercises are. Now it's time to perfect your form. You know what you should be feeling. You kind of know what you felt before. I'd rather have you feel it on the back side of your body more so than the front side. So if you're feeling it right up here in the front side of the chest and the shoulders, we're probably rounding those shoulders forward too much when we're trying to do all these movements. Okay, so keep that chest up, pinch and squeeze through those shoulder blades. Our bow and arrow is first for a total of 20. Ready? And 1, forward. 2, you're pulling that elbow back. You're pulling that hand into the armpit. There's 4 and back. 5, back. 6, those arms stay out to the front. 7, one arm stays out to the front. The other one pulls back. 8, 9, big pull. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, back. 16, back. 17, very good. 18, tall posture. 19, last one, and 20. Very good. Roll those shoulders out, shake them out a little bit, okay? Our next one's gonna be reaching all the way up, nice and tall, pulling one arm down. I'm gonna demonstrate the version where your hands are a little bit lower out to the front, all right? If you're someone recovering from a stroke or someone where that one side is significantly weaker or not able to achieve that full range of motion, your goal here is just to punch those hands out as much as you can and then pull them right back in. Just punching out, pulling back. The rest of us, we're going to be pulling one arm down to the floor. 10 on each arm. All right, we're going to stay on one arm first and then we'll go 10 on the other. My right hand is out, my left hand is pulling. Ready? And begin. Down. That's 1. Down. 2. Again, elbows straight. Down. That's 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. Keep that head up. 7. Down. 8. Down. 9. Down. And 10. I know those arms might be getting a little tired. That one arm that's holding up, that's really stabilizing out there, is probably the one that's getting maybe the most tired. Keep punching that hand out there. Keep it as straight as you can. 10 on the right. I'm holding out with my left. Ready? And down. 1. Down. 2. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. 7. Down. 8. Down. 9. Down. And 10. Very, very nice. Relax that band across your lap. All right. We got the hip abduction. It's taking the legs out to the side. Works your butt, your lateral side of your butt, your glute medius. All right. Very important muscle getting out of bed and getting in and out of the car, as I mentioned before. Okay. So wrap that band up. If it wasn't hard enough last time, create a little bit more tension. Again, we're lifting out, controlling it back in. Okay. If you want to get a little shoulder rotation with this one, like you're stepping out of a car, you can do that this time around. All right. A total of 20. Make sure that posture stays tall. No slouching forward or no leaning back. Keep that head pulled up toward the ceiling. Here we go. And out. That's 1. Out. 2. Out. 3. Be big on each side. Out. 4. Be even bigger on that side. That's a little bit harder. 5. Out. 6. Out. 7. Out. 8. Out. 9. Out. 10. Halfway home. Out. 11. Out. 12. Out. 13. Out. 14. Out. 15. Out. 16. Out. 17. Out. 18. Out. 19. Out. And 20. Very good. Very, very nice. All right. So as you notice, I'm saying out and in, 1 and then 2, and when I'm counting, I'm using my voice. Really important, not only to utilize your voice and to work on projecting your voice as much as you can, say these movements and motions and count along with me. Okay. It works on not only strengthening your voice, but breathing as you're going through these exercises. 2 very, very important things. All right. So last and final one, sitting up tall in your chair. We're going to wrap that band up a couple times. We want maybe a little bit more or less tension in that band for this one. Is that straight arm pull out. Again, if it's tough on the shoulders, if it's painful, lower those arms down. We have a total of 10 of these. Okay, slow and steady is the name of the game on this one. Tall posture, keep my cadence. Ready? And out. That's 1. Out. Pinch and squeeze those shoulder blades. That's 2. Out. That's 3. out. 4, out. 5, out. Now go as slow as you can on the way back in for these last 5. Slowly, slowly, slowly back in. That's 6 and out. Slowly back in. Keep going. Good. 7, big pull. Slowly, slowly, slowly. That's 8, big pull. Slow. That's 9, last one, pull. And 10. Let's drive the bus 10 times. 10 times with me. I know you're burning. That's okay. 1, keep tension on that band. 2, 3, 4, stay tall on your chair. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Throw that band down. We're done. Great job, everyone. That is upper extremity, some hip strengthening and stability for your with your band. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out the other ones. Be sure to leave your comments. I'd love to know what we can do in these videos to make them better for you. If there are topics that we haven't discussed so far that you'd like us to discuss, we'd be happy to. Again, Eric Johnson, Movement Revolution. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day.